Today I'm going to start this video off by asking you a question, my fellow agents. What do you think to yourself when you hear the term meta build? Now, as most of you probably know by now, the Division 2 announced the fact that they are going to be bringing the NINJABIKE backpack from the first game into the second. It was one of the, if not the most popular exotics in the game. Now, since they made that announcement, there's been a lot of discussion in our community. Therefore, this morning I wanted to talk about meta builds, what this bag actually does, but more importantly, I wanted to go over, in my opinion, why I think this is going to change so many builds in so many different ways moving forward. What's up, my YouTube family? Welcome to the Gaming Brigade. And since the announcement that the NINJABIKE backpack was going to be introduced into the Division 2, as I said a moment ago, there is a lot of discussion going on in our community. Now, you're going to hear from some people who are completely amped up that they're actually bringing this bag exactly the way it was from the first game into the second, and then you're going to hear from other people that are worried that this is just going to create another meta build that everyone is going to be running. And we're going to talk about meta builds and how that affects you and your gameplay depending on what you do in the game in a little bit. But first of all, I want to get into the bag itself. Now, when it comes to the NINJABIKE, unfortunately in this phase of the PTS we have not been able to see it or get our hands on it, so what I'm going to do real quick is show you the bag from the first game. Now you can see here, and these are from the PTS patch notes phase 1. They say the NINJABIKE backpack, it has the talent Resourceful, slots in with any equipped gear set and or brand set item to fulfill a requirement towards unlocking gear sets bonus. Allows to unlock bonuses from multiple sets simultaneously. And as we open up the bag from the first game, you are going to see the same exact description. Once again, it reads as follows. NINJABIKE messenger bag slots in with any equipped gear set item to fulfill a requirement towards unlocking gear sets bonus. Can unlock multiple sets simultaneously. Now, I wanted to show you this for two reasons, agents. First of all, for those of you that have played the first game and you know about the bag, a lot of concern out there was that the bag was not going to be the same as it was in the first game. As you can see, that is not the case. It is exactly the same thing. Now, for those of you that do not know about the bag, I wanted to give you a visual example of what the bag does. And again, to be clear, this is from my character from the first division, but as I just read those descriptions, the bag is going to do the exact same thing from one game to the other. Now, you can see the way it works is that even though I have two pieces of Nomad equipped, you can see it says Path of the Nomad 3 out of 6, and that is because the NINJABIKE counts as one of those pieces. And as we move on to the other gear set I have equipped, and with this gear set I have 3 pieces, that also means I have a 4th piece because of the NINJABIKE backpack, and the reason that's significant is that also gives me the gear set bonus. So moving forward, there are going to be so many different hybrid builds you're going to be able to put together, and that is because of what this bag actually does. So when we look at a current build right now in the game, and I'm just going to show you one of my favorites, and for those of you that may be new to the channel, I absolutely love running with Hunter's Fury. Now we're going to suspend disbelief. We're going to pretend that the memento is actually the NINJABIKE. So if we had the NINJABIKE equipped at this moment, that would mean with only 3 pieces of the Hunter's Fury gear set equipped, I would be getting that 4-piece bonus Apex Predator, including the talent on the chest. Now the other 2 pieces I have equipped are from the Striker gear set, and as we look at that, that means I'd also be getting that extra 15% rate of fire. My friends, you see where I'm going with this. And by the way, imagine switching that 3 Striker, 2 Hunters. There are so many different gear sets in this game that can, I mean, not even just gear sets, obviously name brand sets as well, which means we will now be able to put together builds that were impossible to put together before. Now that, my friends, takes me to the subject of meta builds. Now there happen to be a few examples I want to give, and in my opinion, a meta build can have an impact on your gameplay, but it's going to depend what you're actually doing in this game. So we're going to start off with PvE. Now, as all of us know, when Countdown came out, that's when it also introduced the Heartbreaker gear set, and everyone was running with it, except for me. I didn't change shit. I love my Hunter's Fury build. It's my favorite thing, with memento, running around just shredding enemies. So for me, even though everyone else was running Heartbreaker, I didn't really care. I thought it was great. I love to see people change their game style to run and gun. So in my opinion, the Heartbreaker gear set didn't really do a thing for my personal gameplay because I still kept running with Hunter's Fury. It's still my go-to build. And if you ask others, maybe initially it was frustrating because you get into Countdown, everyone is running the same build, but that shifts. You know, like I said a moment ago, for me, once Hunter's Fury, Scorpio, Memento came out, that completely and totally changed the way I played this game. I was never a run and gun style player, and now I am. And that also made me think, well, if I'm missing out on this style of play, what else am I missing out on? So I wanted to create skill builds, tank builds, hybrid builds, sniper builds, all of that stuff. So once again, I really think a bag like this is going to help people branch out into new things. And for that reason alone, I really think it is going to be a great introduction to the game. Now, that is being said as a PvE player who usually plays on his own when he jumps in this game. Now, when you talk about PvP, that is a whole other beast, my friends. Now, as most of you know at this channel, I do not play PvP that often, whether it's Conflict or Dark Zone, whatever it may be. Now, we know that with the introduction of certain raid exotics being introduced in the Dark Zone, there are going to be a ton of new people jumping into the DZ. And that is where I feel a meta can have much more of an impact. I cannot speak to what this may actually do to PvP itself. If for those of you that are at this channel that do play that primarily, let me know. But I think out of the two game modes, or I should say out of the two styles of game, PvE or PvP, PvP is going to have the most impact when it comes to metas. We will see what happens, and as always, please let me know what you think of everything in the description down below. That's what this channel is for. I would love to hear your feedback, and I will get back to you if you have any questions as quick as I can. And as I start to wrap this video up, again, we are only in phase 1 of the PTS. The gameplay you're looking at is from the Division 2. This is not the PTS. This is my gameplay on Xbox. But my hope is that before the PTS ends, we can actually get our hands on the NINJABIKE. I really want to see how it plays out with the current brand sets and gear sets that we have. And as soon as I get that footage, if I get that footage, I will definitely pass it along. With all that being said, I'm going to start to wrap this up. I want to take a moment and thank you all for your incredible support of this channel, and remind you, if you happen to be new here, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button. If you enjoyed this, you could hit that like button as well, but most importantly, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone.
All clear. I repeat, compound is all clear.
No, that can't be all of them. Check the interior while I get Henry's people to maintain the perimeter. That should keep them from getting more of those mortars.
You think those the tunnels are smart? Fuck you. You lost yourself in with them. I'm a true podcast.
Go on and head back up. The team from the campus has taken position inside the memorial.